Jola, it's really nice to meet you.
Nice to
Your
meet you.
manager's just been speaking about you in very high terms and is really happy with the progress that you're making.
Yeah.
Can we start with the penalty shootout on Saturday?
Yeah.
You were sent first. What was going through your mind when you were told you're first?
First of all, I didn't even, like, to be honest, when we obviously went back in like our little huddle, I didn't think, like, in my head, I didn't really think I was going to take one, really. But then, obviously, I've seen Jed there now, and Jed's come and told me, it's like, he asked me if I'm taking one. I said, I don't know. And then he said, just take one. It's like, if you miss, you miss. But, you know, he's backed me, he's seen what I can do. So I was like, yeah. And I went up to the gaffer and he said, you're going first. And yeah, I was scared, but I was nervous. I won't say I was scared, but I just had to do what I can do, really.
How's that walk from the centre circle to the Clayton end to go and take that penalty?
Yeah, well, it's the first time I've ever, witnessed that, so it was really nerve-wracking. But, one of their lads tried, giving me stick, like, just trying to tell me that no way I'm going first, or are you sure I'm going to score? But I just tried blocking him out and focusing on keeper.
And when you've got a keeper like Billy Crellin at saving penalties, as long as you put yours in, you're going through, aren't you?
Honestly, but I think, especially in training, all that, like, seeing Billy, it's like, that's what he can do, and it's just like, he's a really, really good keeper.
Is there a special club for you that in round 3, when the draw is this evening, you would like to be drawn to play against?
Well, I'd obviously say City, but, whoever it is, isn't it?
So Manchester City would be
the
Etihad or here?
The Etihad. Anywhere, to be fair, but anywhere.
Are they a special club to you?
Yeah, they've been my team since I was young, so I've always loved City.
And with the way the results are going for them, would you give yourselves a chance?
Who knows? Who knows?
Just tell us about how the last year's been for you. It's been a big breakthrough year for you, hasn't it?
It has, but I think that there's still lots of work and development to do to even get to that stage. So I think that I've just got to keep doing what I can do every day and try working as hard as I possibly can.
Training with the first team on a regular basis every day. Again, the manager who was talking to us just a few minutes ago says that you're learning so much from being kicked around by Farron Drawson.
Yeah.
How does that help your development when you know that you've got a big guy who's prepared to throw you on the deck if he has to help you?
Yeah, 100%. I think that, like as everyone says, it all starts on the training pitch, doesn't it? And I think that coming up against someone like Faz in training, it's kind of like a wake-up call to see, like, the defenders in this league, they're not gonna go easy on you. So it's like, there may be times where Faz, he might lay off you for a bit, then that one time he just goes right through your back or something, and it's like, that's what you got to get used to. And yeah, but no, it's great having a relationship with Faz like that on and off the pitch. He's a well-welcoming character, so I really like him.
So how different is a game in a youth cup, and then you come on in a senior game in an FA Cup, and the levels that we're talking about here, and the strength of defenders and everything? How different is it?
Yeah, it's totally different. Like you said, the defenders, like, in the youth cup, they might not be as big or as strong, but like the defenders at Swindon, for example, now they're almost twice the size of me, bigger, stronger. But I think at that stage where I came on, I think that the main thing was, like, they were already tired, or they were already, so it was just about trying to take advantage of that and trying to perform as well done.
Yeah, it's great when they're already tired, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You get like that little advantage over them, and sometimes they may switch off. So it's just about being in the right moments to maybe get a goal or something.
So what's the ambition now and the rest of the season for you to get as many first team minutes as you can?
Yeah, definitely. But I think that to get that, you have to keep obviously working hard and showing that the manager that you can do what he requires of you. And I think after talking with Jed and everything, of like what they need, what they expect, I think that it's give a wake up call, to like that's the levels and intensity that you got to reach to perform well in this league.
What's the biggest thing right now that you're working on to try and impress?
I'd say, like working on little things like, maybe like keep holding the ball, like you say, against Faz and everything. And I think, like, just that work rate, that intensity to, keep covering everywhere around the pitch. So I think that them two things definitely.
Yeah, we've already talked about it, haven't we already, that youth games are there for a reason, aren't they?
Yeah.
To get you all to develop, but there is no way of replicating it in youth games, is there, when you're playing senior football?
Yeah, definitely. It's like, it was a complete different thing, it's very high intense, the pace, and yeah, it's a complete different thing.
Absolutely. How are you viewing this game tomorrow night?
Same as always, we obviously go in there for a win, and hopefully we can definitely get that.
You're in good form, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not used to losing games, and that can only be a good thing.
Definitely, I think that the lads who have been playing, who have been coming off the bench, I think that they've been doing a brilliant job, and I think that, they've been very good.
How much is there to look forward to, do you think, in the second half of this season? That you did have a difficult start to the season. It's all coming a lot better for you now, and you've got so many more games in the second half of the season to get further up that league table.
Yeah, I think that as a team, you just got to keep looking forward, looking ahead, and keep progressing each time. So, and then hopefully, who knows what will happen.
And just in terms of your backstory, just tell us about the clubs that you've been at, and the development and how you've been at various clubs.
So when I was a kid, I was at Bury from around 7 to, they packed up when I was like 13, and then I went into Stoke from there into under 16s, and then in the under 18 season I came down here. And
so different experiences at different levels, really.
Yeah, definitely. It's been different experiences. I've had a taste of Cat 3 football, of course, like when you were a kid. It was more about just enjoying it, of course, and then as we've got into that older age group, you're preparing scholarship times and everything. It's quite a hectic, with our schools and everything, and now coming in here full time. So they're all complete different stages, but they're all big life lessons.
And do you feel like an Accrington lad now? Now that you're here, do you feel that you've settled into what this club is all about?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's like I said, just got to keep improving, definitely.